What if a simple 30-second morning ritual could do more than just silence that embarrassing chest rattle? Could it be that this specific golden nectar actually dissolves suffocating mucus, restores oxygen flow, and sharpens your fading memory? In clinical observations, many patients see noticeable results in just 3 weeks. I'll show you exactly what this ritual is, how to do it, and who should not use it, especially if you have conditions like diabetes or heart issues. Now, this isn't speculation, it is physiology. Here is the terrifying truth. After age 60, airway resistance tends to increase significantly. Less air in the lungs means less oxygen reaches your bloodstream and less oxygen reaches your brain. That's why walking a short distance can leave you more breathless than before. Your bronchial walls get coated like a dirty air filter, blocking vital oxygen. The first victim of this oxygen shortage isn't your lungs, it is your brain. I'm Dr. James Hart. I'm from NutriAge AU, Senior Wellness. I work with seniors every single day here in Australia, and in my 30 years of clinical practice, I tell my patients, don't blame your brain, blame the lungs that are starving it. You might be scared of the word dementia, but sometimes the problem is much simpler. Oxygen, forgetting names, walking into a room and feeling lost, that sudden panic when a word vanishes. These aren't always signs of simple aging, they are oxygen warnings. When we talk about oxygen saturation, we mean the number you see on a fingertip oximeter, for example, 95%. Studies confirm that even a small drop in nighttime oxygen can lead to brain fog, slow recall, and confusion. If you often feel short of breath, have chest pain, or wake up gasping, you need to speak with your personal doctor. These memory symptoms are tragically misdiagnosed as early dementia. The culprit is the toxic mucus you've been ignoring. But there is a solution. Medical research supports using this method to help thin this mucus, reopen airways, and significantly improve the oxygen your brain receives. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the exact golden nectar recipe, the specific type of honey you must use, and the dangerous mistake that 95% of people make that renders this remedy useless. But first, please subscribe and turn on notifications because what I'm about to share might just save your memory. Now we have established that this mucus destroys your oxygen levels and clouds your mind. That is scary enough. But the danger isn't just physical, it is emotional. And this is something doctors rarely talk about. Mucus steals your dignity. If this sounds like you, please know it's not your fault. Your lungs are struggling and you are not weak. I have patients who tell me they have stopped going to choir practice because they are afraid of having a coughing fit in the middle of a song. I know grandfathers who are terrified to hold their newborn grandchildren because they are afraid the rattling sound in their chest will scare the baby. So what do? They pull away. They isolate themselves. They sit in the corner at family gatherings trying to suppress the urge to clear their throats, and slowly the world shrinks. When the mucus improves, many of my patients tell me they feel confident joining family events again, and they finally feel their world expand. You are not alone in this. By chronic mucus, we simply mean a stubborn cough and phlegm that stay for months. A large European study suggests that many seniors live with this chronic mucus condition, yet only a small minority receive proper treatment. So if you're coughing every morning and think it's normal, you might be in this group. If your cough lasts more than 8 weeks, or you see blood in the mucus, you need to see a lung specialist. Here is the terrifying truth about what is happening inside that mucus. It is a morning toxin pool. The reason? As you age, the tiny hairs in your lungs called cilia slow down. Cilia normally brush the mucus upwards so you can cough it out. When they slow down, the mucus stays stuck in the same place overnight. Some studies suggest seniors may produce more mucus while their lungs clear it less effectively. You are fighting a losing battle against your own biology. A critical medical warning. If you feel sudden chest pain, trouble breathing, high fever, or confusion, call emergency services immediately. Do not wait for honey to fix this. Honey and home care are for support, not for replacing urgent treatment. Now back to the risks. Researchers from the Mayo Clinic found that this chronic mucus buildup can significantly increase the risk of pneumonia in seniors. And for those over 60, pneumonia is one of the deadliest threats there is. A study from Harvard Medical School warns that untreated chronic mucus congestion can also raise the risk of a heart attack. Why? Because when your lungs are blocked, your heart has to work overtime to pump blood. Also, we cannot ignore the morning cough danger. A German study shows that people who suffer from this daily morning cough have a 3 times higher risk of developing chronic bronchitis. So, how do we clean the filter? The answer lies in a substance that has been used since the time of the pharaohs: raw honey. If you have ever had a serious allergy to bee stings, bee products, or pollen, do not start this ritual without speaking to your doctor first. I can hear many of you saying, "But Dr. Hart, I'm 65. I have prediabetes. My doctor told me to watch my sugar." Honey is just sugar, isn't it? If you have diabetes or prediabetes, do not change anything without talking to your doctor. We are talking about a very small measured amount. This is the biggest misunderstanding in nutritional medicine. Refined sugar spikes your insulin like a rocket. Raw honey, specifically Manuka honey, is processed more slowly by your liver. In simple words, raw honey raises your sugar more slowly than white sugar, and it carries helpful compounds that white sugar does not have. This is crucial because scientists have discovered that 70% of your entire immune system lives in your gut. By feeding your gut bacteria with the prebiotics in honey, you are strengthening your lungs' first line of defense. If Manuka is too expensive for your budget, look for local, raw, unfiltered, organic honey. You can find this easily at your local Australian farmers markets or health food shops. Remember, it must be raw. If it looks like clear syrup, put it back. It needs to be cloudy, with tiny specks and a thicker texture. That is a sign the natural enzymes in pollen are still alive. We are talking about a medicinal dose of 1 tablespoon, which is about 15 milliliters. Does it actually work? Let's look at the data, because I believe in evidence. Several studies from different countries suggest that honey can help reduce coughing and improve comfort in older adults. A study in Japan showed a reduction in chronic coughing, with patients also reporting sleeping deeper and feeling sharper mentally. Please note, these studies do not say honey cures lung disease. They show it can reduce coughing and improve comfort for many people. If your doctor prescribed inhalers or other medications, keep using them as directed. I want to tell you about John, a 68-year-old patient of mine. He suffered from chronic bronchitis. His wife was terrified she was going to lose him. We put John on the honey protocol while continuing his doctor's prescribed care. Within 3 weeks, the change was dramatic. He could walk to his mailbox without stopping to catch his breath. The real proof was in the X-rays, which showed significantly less inflammation in his lung tissue. Remember, this is one person's story, and everyone is different. If you are still watching and if you want to know the exact ritual that John used, please type a 1 in the comments below. Now get a pen and paper. Most people use honey wrong. They put it in boiling tea, which kills the enzymes, or they just swallow it down like a pill. To get the results John got, you need to treat this as a therapeutic ritual. A safety note: if you have trouble swallowing or a risk of choking, please do this slowly and only with a very small amount at first. The sublingual absorption technique. Every morning on an empty stomach, take 1 tablespoon of raw Manuka honey, ideally MgO 300 or higher. Do not swallow it immediately. This is the secret. Put the honey in your mouth and let it sit on your tongue. Close your eyes. Let it melt slowly. Why? In simple terms: 1. Some medicinal compounds absorb directly under your tongue into your bloodstream, bypassing your stomach acid. 2. It directly coats the inflamed mucous membranes of your throat, soothing that red raw feeling instantly. 3. This slow process signals your body to start thinning the mucus that is stuck in your lungs. Wait 20 minutes before drinking water. And for your smile. After those 20 minutes have passed, swish your water gently around your mouth first. This helps protect your enamel. To make this even more powerful, we can add boosters. Booster 1, the lung scrubber, ginger and pepper. If you have heavy, thick phlegm, grate fresh ginger into your honey. and add a tiny pinch of black pepper. Black pepper helps your body absorb certain healing compounds better, but a critical warning here: black pepper is powerful. It makes your body absorb everything better, including prescription medications. If you are taking blood thinners, strong heart tablets, or other important daily drugs, please skip the black pepper. Use the ginger and honey alone; they are already powerful enough. Booster 2, the inflammation tamer, turmeric. If your chest hurts, if it feels tight, mix in a pinch of turmeric. The curcumin shuts down inflammation pathways. Note, turmeric can sometimes upset the stomach in large amounts. We only use a small pinch. Booster 3, the vitamin shield, lemon. You can also add a teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. If you have reflux or sensitive teeth, use less lemon and always rinse with water after. Now I need to prepare you for what I call the first week phenomenon. When this protocol starts working, you might actually cough more for the first 3 to 5 days. Do not panic. This is a good sign for many people, but listen to your body and your doctor. It means that morning toxin pool is finally breaking loose. However, if the mucus turns bright red or rust-colored, or if you feel very unwell, stop and contact your doctor immediately. If things keep getting worse after a week instead of better, your doctor needs to check your lungs. Honey is the key, but to keep the door open, you need 3 supporting habits. Habit 1, hydration for the brain. You must drink about 2 liters of water. For most people, this means about 8 small glasses a day, spread out, not all at once. If you are dehydrated, the mucus turns into glue. If your doctor has told you to watch your fluids due to heart failure or kidney disease, ask them what amount of water is safe for you. Habit 2, the 4-7-8 oxygen pump. This is for your brain. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold the breath for 7 seconds. Exhale forcefully through your mouth for 8 seconds. Do this 5 times a day. This floods your brain with fresh oxygen, clearing away the fog. Always do it sitting down so you are safe if you feel unsteady. Habit 3, eliminate the triggers. Check your home for invisible enemies. Things like old dusty carpets, mold in the bathroom, synthetic air fresheners. Throw them out. Let your home smell like fresh air. Also, avoid adding honey to hot tea above 40 degrees Celsius. The heat destroys the enzymes. Keep it lukewarm. A final critical word. Natural medicine is powerful, but it is not a replacement for emergency care. Never stop or change your prescription medication without speaking to your doctor. And remember, honey should never be given to children under 1 year of age. You do not have to accept the coughing, the forgetting, the isolation. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, taking a deep breath, and feeling the air rush all the way down to the bottom of your ribs without fear. That is your ticket back to a full, vibrant life. If this video gave you a new perspective, please tap the like button. Share this video with a friend who has been struggling with a stubborn cough. Your experience can help another senior who feels alone with their cough. And don't forget to subscribe. The information in this video is meant to support your well-being, not to replace professional medical advice. If you're managing any health concerns, please speak with your personal doctor before making any changes. Every body is unique. Thank you sincerely for your time and trust.